We now know that Jake Fromm is going to the NFL. He will probably wow the NFL executives and scouts at the Combine, and you could see this coming, will likely be New England's first-round pick in April's draft. So all of a sudden, Georgia needs a quarterback for 2020. They have Dwan Mathis on scholarship, but he had surgery last year for a cyst on his brain, so there's reason to doubt whether he will ever play in Athens. They have freshman Carson Beck coming in from Jacksonville, but a team that has national championship aspirations cannot count on a true freshman. Remember, not all freshman quarterbacks are like Jake Fromm. Georgia is likely calling the main quarterbacks in the transfer portal as we speak, and the best one is Jamie Newman, who was the starting quarterback at Wake Forest this past season. Now, you may say, why would Georgia want Wake Forest's former quarterback? But this kid's really good. He had an awesome receiver to work with last season, and Newman did his job, and Newman can run. Georgia would have a dual-threat quarterback for the first time in forever. I'm not really worried about the quarterback situation. Coach Kirby Smart will probably find one to be the starter for 2020. I am a bit concerned, however, about the offensive line. With Cade Mays transferring to Tennessee, Georgia now has to replace 4 starters who combined for 46 starts in 2019. Mays, Andrew Thomas, Isaiah Wilson, and Solomon Kindley. They have returning only 5 players who started at least one game on the line of scrimmage in 2019. Houston County's Trey Hill started all 14 games at center. Ben Cleveland started 7 games at right guard. Jamari Sawyer started 2 games at right tackle. Justin Schaefer started 2 games at left guard before missing the last 8 games with a neck injury. And Warren Erickson started at right guard in the Sugar Bowl. A group that was one of the best in the country last season now has to be remade, and it will happen with a new offensive line coach in Matt Luke. From all early indications, Luke, who was the head coach at Ole Miss the last 3 years, is a very good offensive line coach, and he'll have his work cut out for him developing a new line of scrimmage. Even with all the questions on offense, Georgia's defense could again be outstanding in 2020. Think about this. If LSU scores 28 or more points on Clemson Monday night in the NCAA championship game, Georgia will have the best scoring defense in the country for 2019. And again, it might be an even better group in 2020. The defense might have to prop Georgia up early in the 2020 season while the offense finds itself, and that will include a September trip to Tuscaloosa to face the Red Elephants. And let's not think that Georgia is having to remake a record-setting offense here. It might not take much to make the 2020 Bulldogs a better threat at putting up points on the scoreboard. So all is not lost in Jake Fromm going to the NFL, and as long as the Bulldogs have a great defense, they'll have a chance in 2020 to finally do something that hasn't been done in 40 years.